he came up to me and he kind of told me, he was like, I love your look. I love everything about it. But how's your scream? Can you scream for me real quick?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to today's episode of Talent Agent Talk, where we are bringing you real-life stories behind the scenes of TV and film. I'm your host and a talent agent, Jason Lockhart, and today, our guest is Miss Sarah Kopkin.
Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Good to see you.
It's so good to see you.
And you're in, like, one of the biggest movies of the entire year.
Oh, my gosh.
I feel like we have to talk about it.
I would love to talk about it.
Especially-
In fact, I've not stopped talking about it.
Really?
No, I'm not. Yeah.
Oh.
No. Yeah, weapons.
Weapons. Unreal.
I know.
It just, like, took off.
And no one was, I mean, when I booked the project, even when I auditioned for it, it was under untitled Zach Cregger project. So no one knew what this was going to be. And you never know what a lot of these things are going to be. And I think that's sort of magical, especially with film. But yeah, and even just getting the audition, I was on my way to the airport. And
it was a hard one.
It was, yeah, because it was emotional. And I literally was like, hold on, let me tape this real quick. And so because it didn't need a reader, I literally had called my Uber already. And I canceled it so that I could just get this tape in because I wanted to still audition for it. I was on my way to Paris, actually. And so I was like, let me just stop for a second. I gathered myself. I did the tape. I did it maybe twice through and sent it off. Didn't even think about it again. And I think this is really funny because when I got back, it was the day after I got back, you called me and you told me that, oh my God, you booked it. You booked Weapons. And I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't even remember that I auditioned for it because it was so hectic and I just sent it in. And because it was untitled, and then when I booked it, it was called Weapons, and there was a couple of articles out about it, but I was just over the moon excited.
And then you found out who you got to work with.
Yes. Oh my God.
Freaking Thanos.
I know. When I found that out, I screamed because my fiance, Matt, his favorite movie in the entire world is No Country for Old Men. And
cool.
so when I found out, I think I just told him, I was like, look who I'm working with. And he was just like, that's the coolest.
Also, shout out to Matt, because
Yes.
I'm sure you're watching. Hey, Matt.
Shout out, Matt.
The best fiance of all time.
Oh my God, the best. And the most supportive ever, too. But it was so incredible. And I just remember the first day that I got the call sheet, looking at all these people and then me. It was a little intimidating, but it was
Deserve
just
to be there.
so exciting. I know Josh Brolin, Garner, Benedict Wong, and Sarah Kopkin. I was like, I screenshotted it and sent it to my mom. I was like, Mom, look.
And then how was it on set?
It was such a dream. It was so crazy, though, I will say, because I worked 2 days. The first day, I didn't even film anything. It was mostly just we did a fitting, and then I talked with the stunts team because, can I spoil?
Yeah.
Okay, spoiler alert. Yeah, spoiler alert. I kill somebody, so like cars and stunts were involved, and so they wanted to make sure that everyone was safe and like all on the same page. So I went to set and I got to meet with the stunt team, and they were filming the gas station scenes, so I got to just be at Village and watch them kind of work for that first day, and it was just really cool. And then the day in between that and filming, I found out very late in the day that I was going to have a callback on the same day if we could make that work for Slanted, actually. And I was panicking a little bit because I was like, I have to make this work somehow. This was you got to lock in as a professional actor and do what you need to do. My call time was 5:45 a.m. in Covington, Georgia, an hour away from where I am. So I woke up, I went to set, I showed up, and the screaming actually wasn't in the script originally. Originally in the script, I would just run up to Josh Brolin crying and like, I didn't mean to hit him. And so when I got to set and I got to talk with Zach and everything, and he's just the coolest. I mean, just working with any writer director who really like creates the whole thing is so special because you can just tell how much they care and how much like the creative process that they are just so hands-on with. And he had such a vision, and he came up to me and he kind of told me, he was like, I love your look, I love everything about it, but how's your scream? Can you scream for me real quick? And at 8 a.m. in the middle of the square in Covington, I screamed the loudest scream that I could muster, and they were like, yes, that's it. Now let's do it 8 more times. And so...
At 100%?
Yeah, at 110%. And so I did. We did the scene over and over and over again, and slowly I realized that my voice was going. And I was nervous because I had to go and do this director session with Amy and everyone, and I was just remembered trying to, do the best that I could, but remember I had another job that I had to do. And they didn't care if I was screaming on set with Josh Brolin, but I did the best that I could, and I'm so happy with everything, how it turned out. And
yeah, because you booked Slanted too.
I know, it was so
Unreal.
insane.
What a day.
And it was even crazier with the Slanted booking is that I was going in for 2 characters, and halfway through the second one, in the second scene of the second character, my voice just left. And I remember being like going back into my car and just thinking, I'm not gonna get it. And then you told me like 2 hours later, you were like, you're pinned, oh my God. So it's just so funny and divine timing, and that just like everything that's meant to be will be, and any part that's yours will find you. And I think that's a really big thing to always remember.
But you also and I didn't want to cut you off, but your work level, the level at which you work is just extremely hard, extremely high,
Thank you so much.
And so to see it pay off and on a big day like that, I'm not surprised.
Thank you. It was just, sometimes, being an actor is sitting on your couch watching TV and gathering that information. And sometimes it's literally trying to figure out from point A to point B, just making it work and making it happen. And that's so different from almost any other career. But it's really special. It's really special.
You're also a filmmaker. I know that you've written and directed and won awards. So if you had to give advice to actors based on what you learned from doing weapons, what advice would you give?
I would say, and not just doing weapons, but ultimately you have to trust yourself with everything, every gut instinct that you have, and you have to be prepared, which is also, super important. They talk about that, but not just prepared for the day. You got to be prepared, in life. Because you never know. Yeah, you got to be healthy. You got to take care of yourself. You got to, even just getting sick, that can lose you a job. It's everything that comes together that, will put you there. And I think a lot of the times also people think that, okay, I'll go and take a class or 2 and then I'm ready, I'm prepared. But life is just really what prepares you the most. You never know what's going to happen, and you never know. A lot of the times you can ask almost any actor if you want to book something or get a really cool audition, you got to go out of town or schedule something else, because it will test you. It will be very, very testing as well.
What can you share about Slanted also? I know it's coming out in the first quarter of 2026.
Yeah. Slanted is a project that is just so special to me. I think that was about 5 weeks on, a same set. I had never done that before with a project so long term, and with just the most amazing, cast and crew, McKenna Grace, Shirley Chen, and producers, our producers, Mark and Trevor. I still talk to Mark Anker. He's amazing. Shout out, Mark. But Amy Wang also, she was our director and writer of it. And just seeing her as a female filmmaker as well, just seeing her care and creativity and passion, kind of like what I was talking with Zach about, is just so inspiring when you can get on a set and every single person who's there just cares so much. Because at the end of the day, you're all a team. You're all on the same team trying to make this amazing thing happen. You're making a movie. You're playing pretend, and so many things can go wrong, but you have a whole team to make it work, no matter what the circumstances are. And I think that that's so magical. But I think overall, with Slanted and Weapons, the biggest difference was that they were both such amazing projects that I'm so grateful and humbled to be a part of. And you learn very different things. But I think with Slanted, it was more so, it wasn't just the in and out like that Weapons had. I was there.
A long time. You were
almost
there for weeks.
Every day.
Yeah.
We had very few off days, but we got it done, and the cast, we all got super close, and we all just worked as a team to get the thing done. And we're so proud of the outcome with both of them.
They always say, like, oh, I don't know who they is, but I remember hearing that when no one on set has an ego, then the film can have an ego.
Hey, if you're wanting to improve your auditions, pay attention. First off, thanks so much for being a part of the show. And so I want to give you a gift. Our Improve Your Audition Bootcamp is coming up. It starts on November 17th. It's 5 workshops over the span of 6 days. We're bringing in 4 casting directors and 4 of our Get Seen working actor mentors. This is going to be an incredible week for you to really be able to improve those auditions. I want to tell you exactly how it works. Each and every workshop will be focused on specific ways for you to improve those auditions, giving you audition hacks or specific questions you should ask or answer within the scene. And then we're going to be looking at auditions each night as well. So it's a wonderful format and formula to give you something specific to be able to implement into your process to make your auditions better. It's a great way for you to go from like a good audition to a great audition, or a, pretty darn good audition to a bookable audition. And so this is a really fantastic boot camp that's only $37. It's starting on November 17th. We already have Erica Bream from Bream Doyle Casting, Kimberly Wisted from Fincannon and Associates, Chase Paris from Feldstein Paris confirmed to be guests at this event, along with Tatiana Zappardino from Tulsa King, Judd Lorman from SEAL Team. I mean, the lineup is just absolutely phenomenal. And so I want to give you the gift that if you're listening to this show, I just want to say thank you so much. And if you're a fan of what we do here at Get Seen, you can join us at the boot camp. It's only $37. It starts November 17th. But my gift to you is, if you would like to get this boot camp for free, and you're somebody that already signs up for our different workshops and things, or maybe you want to try one for the first time, if you purchase one of our workshops and then add in the boot camp and use promo code FREEBOOTCAMP, the boot camp will be my gift to you. So again, all you have to do is choose any workshop, and that's something that you would probably already be doing to add to you being an actor, and add to your homework, and add to you and the relationships that you're building within your actor journey, whether it be getting in front of an agent or a casting director. And when you purchase one of those workshops, add in the boot camp and use the promo code FREEBOOTCAMP, and then I'm going to take care of the boot camp for you, okay? And then you will be our guest. So I hope to see you there. So you have 2 options right now. Choose which one is best for you. $37 for the boot camp, or go sign up for a workshop. Get in front of one of these industry pros and really learn from them and know what you need to do to move forward, and then come join us at the boot camp. So it's going to start November 17th. It's that entire week. It's going to be incredible. I cannot wait to see you there. And thanks again for listening and being part of the show, and enjoy.
100%. I so agree with that. Because I mean, everyone has their, set experiences where they've experienced, maybe it hasn't gone the best because there's someone who, let's say, does have a big ego, or, isn't there for necessarily the right reasons. There's so
just disorganization,
or people just, I don't ego is the right word for it for sure. But I think at the end of the day,
stuff.
it does, because at the end of the day, we're literally playing pretend. We're playing pretend and we're creating a world
for it.
and getting paid for it, which is so, like, how magical is that? Literally, like, as a kid, we all did it. We all played pretend, but now I get to do that for a living. Like, how special. But I think when people forget that and they kind of take the fun out of it and almost take it too seriously, it creates a dynamic that's just not fun, and no one benefits from that. It goes back to we're all on the same team. We're all trying to create the same amazing thing together.
And that's what the audience wants. They want something amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care who's the star,
No,
for the most part. They want to be wowed.
Yeah, and one would even argue that, when you're the audience, you want to have this experience and you want to experience it with the characters. And as actors, we're experiencing it too. I mean, collaboration is just such an important thing. And I think even today with some actors, I would just encourage anybody to do acting, do that. But also get on set, do something else. Be a PA, go work with the art department, work in casting, like do something else also. So that collaboration, it's such an important thing. I think people don't recognize that enough. But I think it's such a superpower. It's such a superpower.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that you said that, because I know you so well and I know how authentic that is coming out of your mouth.
Thank you.
Because you are on sets all the time, casting, running around, you got a mic on, like it seems like you're always on set doing something, helping projects get made.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think for me personally, I didn't even really feel like a professional actor, like whatever that means, really until I started putting myself in those situations. You can take 100 million classes from 100 different acting coaches, casting directors, whatever it is. But I'm a big believer that the stuff that you're going to learn just by being on a set is not something that can be taught in a classroom. I mean, it goes to show, like doctors, for example, they go to med school, of course, that's super important. All doctors should go to med school. But if I'm a patient, I'm not going to let someone cut me open that has never, been in the field yet. Like, I think it's kind of similar. I mean, that's a little dramatic, but
I get your point.
yeah.
Do you? No. Well, I also want to talk about your future, because I think you have very exciting things going on.
Thank you.
I do know, without giving away any information, I know that you got to be #1 on the call sheet this year, and a very exciting horror film that we'll see in 2026.
Yes.
But aside from that, what dream role do you have?
I love this question so much. It's a very hard one because obviously there's so many, but I think in a perfect world, hear me out, I would love to be series regular in a show that is like HBO, Apple, that kind of tune, but I would love it to be like pirates or cowboys. I know that's so silly. I feel like pirates and cowboys kind of go hand in hand because it's like one's on a boat in the water, but one's in the desert, but they kind of have the same like fun feel to it.
Were you writing a pirate something? I think I got that late night text.
No, yeah, you did for sure. Actually, I do. I have 2 separate things in progress that are one is cowboys and one is pirates for sure. I should try to merge them maybe. That'd be too
And you're
much.
working on something football related too, right?
I was. I mean, I just have so many things in my head that I mean.
But you go one step further, because you sent me the football thing, so it's like leaving your head and becoming tangible, which I think is a huge step. A lot of people keep it up here, but you're actually doing it,
Yeah, well, I think also one of my favorite analogies is that sometimes I feel like, how a shark, if they stop moving, they stop breathing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, that's like a shark fact. For you. But I sometimes feel that way. Creativity is like what really just moves me, and whether that's acting or world building or writing or directing, whatever it is, I feel like if I'm not doing that, I'm not breathing. So I try to just keep doing it all the time. And I think it's so freeing and it's so magical. You can literally create anything. Like, there's no limit there. You can take a pen and paper or a final draft and literally create anything. And how magical is that?
It definitely can fuel the soul.
Of course.
It absolutely can.
Of course.
I remember my therapist saying, we can't prove that God ate food or drank water or breathed air, but we can prove that God created something.
I love that.
So if we are made in
much.
that image, of course we're going to create. We're going to need it to survive.
Yeah.
Some of us stronger than others.
No, absolutely. I mean, the entertainment industry is such an amazing community, but it's more than that. You can ask anybody who works in any industry, and they're watching a TV show. They know somebody who is a writer or a PA on, this Marvel movie. They have a favorite superhero. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's so connecting. And that's also just why, connection in this industry is everything. Also, collaboration and connection. I think those are the two biggest themes.
Takeaways?
Yeah.
I love that. And I'm also surprised that you didn't say part of your dream role would include singing. Because you have the voice of an angel. You're like, you could be a pop star. You can do musical theater. Like, you can crush all that. I thought for sure that would be in your...
That's so funny. Maybe I'll be a singing mermaid. That would be on a pirate show.
On a pirate ship on HBO.
I mean, there's a severe lack in pirate content. I'm going to put that out there. There is a severe lack.
Hey, I quickly want to say thanks so much for watching Talent Agent Talk. The actors that we bring on, myself, Jason Lockhart, just thank you so much. And thanks for choosing us to be able to help you on your journey. And Talent Agent Talk was the second show we developed here at Get Seen to be able to help you on your journey. And I want to let you know there's a third one on the way. So if you have not subscribed already, make sure to do so. You'll be able to find it on YouTube and then everywhere that you listen to your podcast just audibly. So make sure to follow us at Get Seen Unscripted on Spotify or Apple Podcast, and make sure to subscribe right here on YouTube. Again, thanks so much for watching Talent Agent Talk. And if you're interested in our third show, stay tuned.
There has been for a while. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do like that Taylor Sheridan is doing the Western front very well. I think realistically, like, one of those shows would be the dream for sure also. But I don't know. Pirates.
But you're singing pirate.
Singing pirate. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for being here.
Of course.
For being here, you do win a free car if you've seen any.
I do?
Yeah, any other episodes. If you want to reach your paw in that bag and grab one out, but don't look.
Okay. This one feels right. And it's purple. My favorite color.
Oh, cool. Vintage purple.
A Challenger.
Very cool. From the 70s.
Oh, 70s
cool.
versus 90s.
And you do have a vintage quality to you that I think could be explored. Kind of like,
Thank
I feel like
you.
Hitchcock would have really liked you.
Oh, well, I would have loved that
That
too.
would have been great. Yeah.
That would have been super fun. No, that's so fun.
Well, I'm
I
very
love
excited
this.
about your future and
Thank
having you here today.
I'm so excited that you asked me. Thank you.
Of course. And to our audience, thank you for tuning in. I hope you got something cool out of today. Thank you to Jesse Malinowski and Get Seen for producing our show.
Yay.
And if you would like to be a guest on our show because you have your own cool story with a booking lesson, you can pitch it right to us. It's talentagenttalk@gmail.com. Again, that is talentagenttalk@gmail.com. Sarah, thank you so much.
Thank you.